Good morning, students. Today, in this lecture, we will read the continuing part of Act 4, Scene 1, The Tempest, by William Shakespeare. In the previous class, we read that Prospero has instructed Ferdinand to maintain the sanctity of marriage. Uh, he instructed so many things you heard in the previous video. And after that, we also read the Prospero is now set to another work, and that work is to bring harmony, to celebrate the happy moment of the marriage of this young couple, Ferdinand and Miranda. So he instructs Ariel now, or you may say Prospero orders Ariel to invite some more spirits to celebrate this happiest moment in the life of Prospero. So, in previous video I also discussed mask. This is a dramatic representation to be staged by different characters. Here, this is the presentation of spirits, and you may say this is the representation of supernatural element in the drama to bring some happy things, moral things. But here, these spirits have been invited to bless the young couple, Ferdinand and Miranda. So Ariel, without wasting his time, he invites other spirits, in which this scene exactly starts with Iris. Okay, see, he introduces Ceres, the goddess of agriculture. Okay, says, Ceres, most bounteous lady, the rich Lys. Rich Lys means she is known for, since she is the goddess of agriculture, and so she is well known for her rich meadows, the grasslands. See, this is the complete description of nature. Since here we are introduced the goddess of agriculture, so of course this will be the description of nature and its beauty and what are the things in its surroundings. Oh, wheat, rye, barley, witches, oats, and peas. See, these are the images that bring us to nature, okay, to a field, to an agricultural land. See, the eternally mountains where live nibbling sheep. See, nibbling sheep means turf covered mountains. This is the image of mountain which has been shown turf covered, that means something has covered, and where the sheep feed, where cattle go and feed, they graze, and flat meats thatched with straw, then to keep thy banks with pond and twilled brims. See how you can see here how William Shakespeare has gone very deep description of nature. This is the depth. This is delving depth in nature and its beauty. He has presented the beauty of agricultural land, the beauty of countryside area, where he has shown flat meadows covered with fodder for cattle. Flat meadows, see, and flat meads hatched with stover. Stover means the fodder, edible things for cattle, that is called fodder. Them to keep, and where this cattle come and feed. Thy banks with pioneered and twilled brings means Ceres has created, Ceres has made available the banks overgrown with marsh marigolds of the flower and reeds. This is also a type of grass which spongy April at thy hest betrays to make cold nymphs cast crowns. See, this beautiful surroundings of nature is also enjoyed by beautiful fairies. Right? And beautiful fairies means the maiden girls, the young virgin girls who will visit this place, and the clumps of bloom. Okay? To make cold nymph cast crowns and thy broom groves, whose shadow the dismissed bachelor loves. And under the shadow of these trees, the rejected lovers, the rejected lovers here Shakespeare has introduced. Those who are rejected in love, they seek the place of alienation, and so they come to nature, they sit under a tree, and just they are lost in their own imagination and thoughts. What perhaps they are thinking about the time they had spent with their beloved. So here, this is the description of the shadow, the tree under which the rejected lovers come, being last lord, the pole-clipped vineyard, and being forsaken by his lady love. See, I told you, they are lost in the imagination of their lost beloved. Here again, this is the description of vineyard, right? That pole-clipped. Pole-clipped means that climb upwards, taking the support of some pole. And thy sea Mars, sterile and rocky heart, where thou thyself dost steer. And this is the sea beach. There is also description of sea beach, barren and hard as rock, right? This is the description of rock, introduction of rock, where Ceres go to get air. Ceres herself go to get air, go to get fresh air on the beach. This is obvious description. Where thou thyself dost steer, the queen of the sky, and the queen of the sky Juno. Now see the image of the goddess of sky, whose watery ark and messenger am I. Ares introduces himself here that he is the messenger of Juno. The queen of the sky bids thee leave this, and she is also coming there. That means she is also visiting that place with her heavenly grace. Here on this grass plot, in this very place, she is also going to visit that place that has been decorated by Ceres. To come and sport, her peacocks fly amain, approach rich Ceres, her to entertain. And who will come here? Who will visit this place, and she will also play? Her peacocks fly, Juno swiftly come, bountiful Ceres to entertain Juno. And see, again, here Juno will attend and Ceres will take care of the entertainment made by Juno, the queen of the sky. So you found here the description of the goddess. This is the, you can say, reference taken from Roman myth and Greek mythology. Okay, Juno is the goddess of the sky. She is the wife of Jupiter. Further you will see this is also given here. See, in the meantime, enter Ceres. Hail, many-colored messenger. See, Ceres is just welcoming Iris and introducing Iris by calling that he is a colorful messenger. Okay, that never does disobey the wife of Jupiter. And perhaps Iris is such a messenger who has never, you can say, despised the orders of Juno, the wife of Jupiter, who with thy saffron wings upon my flowers, and see, what does Iris do? Iris is such a spirit who comes and sits on different flowers, diffuses honey drops, and where he drops honey, right? Refreshing showers, बिल्कुल उस तरीके से जैसे something is just falling from the sky, making something refresh. In the same way, Iris just comes, sits on the flower, and it pours honey in such a manner as though flowers become fresh. And with each end of thy blue bow dost crown, and see, this is his color that has been described here. Bow-shaped rainbow do crown my bosky acres and my unserved down. The bosky acres of land, the vast area of land, Iris covers all, and at bustless plains means the empty area, the vacant area where there is no tree, where there is no grass, there is no cultivation, there is no agricultural work. In that area, the Iris just wanders like what rich scarf to my proud earth. See, Ceres has proud on this earth where she just provides such rich agricultural thing. Why hath your queen summoned me hither? And see, Ceres asks Iris why she has been summoned there by Juno, the wife of Jupiter, the queen of the sky, to this short grass green. Short grass means that at that short area, that island has been just called a short part on this earth. Of course, earth is vast, and that island is a particular area on this earth. Iris says, a contract of true love to celebrate. See, what is the purpose of Juno's coming and what is the purpose of the invitation of Ceres? Iris clears here that they have been invited to become the witness and the contract of true lovers whose marriage ceremony is going to be celebrated, and some donation freely to state on the blessed lovers, and they will bestow some rich gifts, right, on those happy lovers, Madeline and Ferdinand. See, Ceres says, tell me, heavenly bow, if Venus or her son, as thou dost know, do now attend the queen. See, here a small worry of Ceres is revealed, that if Juno comes, Venus, the goddess of love, and her son Cupid, if they visit with Juno, this is not liked by Ceres. So Ceres inquires here to Iris whether Venus and her son were also visiting. Since they did plot the means that dusky disk my daughters got, her and her blind boys squandered company I have forsook. Why Ceres? This is the avowed concept or avowed attitude of Ceres for Venus and her son. Why? Because Venus and Cupid became the reason to disclose her daughter, who were just, you can say, who was exactly brought by the dark god to the underworld, the dark god of the underworld, and you can say seduction or seduced, or perhaps his eyesight fall on the daughter of Ceres and something happened. That's why Ceres is not happy to meet if Venus and her son visit with Juno. Iris says, yeah, of her society, yeah, of her company, be not afraid. Iris confirms says not to be afraid. I met her deity cutting the clouds towards Paphos and her son. See, Iris confirms Zeus not to be afraid because he met the goddess flying through the clouds towards Paphos. He has seen, he saw, and her son in a chariot, dove drawn with her. Here thought they to have done some wanton charm upon this man and maid, whose woes are that no bed right shall be paid. See, where he has seen them going, they were going somewhere else where their chariot was being driven by doves, and she was also along with her son. Here, the purpose of the visiting that place, it says to say us that here they had wanted to perform some amorous trick to test the true love between the young couple. See, here some wanton charm upon this man and maid. Upon this man means upon Ferdinand, and maid means Miranda, whose woes are that no bed right shall be paid till Haim's torch be lighted. See, here this is again a testing. Once Prospero has taken the test of the true love of Ferdinand, and now here these spirits are going to take the test of the true love between Ferdinand and Miranda, and they had of course true love, but premarital relationship that Prospero has warned against, they are just going to play a trick upon them, and they will watch whether they are just indulging in that amorous activity or not. So here Aris says some amorous trick upon this man and woman, this man and maid, whose vows are and who has just taken the vote not to have any physical union till their marriage takes place. See, till hymn's torch be lighted. Hymn's torch means the spell that is just performed at the time of marriage between couple. But in vain, Mars' hot minion is returned again. But Ares says that their effort not to indulge in physical union before marriage perhaps will prove in vain, because Mars, the favorite mistress, and Venus has returned. Her wappish-headed son has broke his arrows, and her irritable son, Venus' irritable son Cupid, has broken his arrows and vowed, swears he will shoot no more, that he will not shoot them anymore, but play with sparrows and be a boy right out. But he will play with sparrows, some birds, and live like an ordinary boy. He will live like an ordinary boy. He will not perform the, you can say, powerful God or powerful spirit. See, Ceres says, highest queen of state, great Juno comes. I know her by her gait. See, this is the indication of the arrival of Juno. Ceres feels this, and she says, the most exalted and majestic queen of heaven, great Juno is coming. See, the Juno is coming, and she can easily recognize her by the manner of her walk. Okay. See, Juno enters here. Juno, how does my bounteous sister go with me to bless this twine? She also asks Ceres about her health, about her present situation, and invites her to go to bless the twine. Twine means the two people, two persons going to be married, Ferdinand and Miranda, and that they may prosperous be and honored in their issue. What they are going to bless? They are going to bless them a happy life, a happy married life, and have good children, beautiful children. They will be honored. And all sing here, see. Juno says, honor, riches, marriage blessing, long continence and increasing, hourly joys bestow upon you. Juno sings her blessing on you. This is Juno's song that she gives blessing to Ferdinand and Miranda, in which she says, honor, riches, all will be in their life. A blessed marriage it will be. They will have longer life, and every minute, every hour they will increase. They will spend with happiness, boundless happiness, and that will be forever in their life. Juno gives her blessing to you, means Juno just sings all through. She just gives her blessings in form of song. Next, Ceres sings. As increase, see, this was Juno's blessing. Sometimes this question is asked. What was the blessing of Juno? Okay, so you must remember here that Juno blesses with a lot of happiness, blesses with honor, blesses with riches, and a happy marriage life forever. Okay, now see what Ceres is blessing. See, earth's increase, foils and plenty, barns and garners never empty, vines with clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly burden bowing. Spring come to you at the farthest, in the very end of harvest. Scarcity and want shall shun you, Ceres' blessing so is on you. See, Ceres blesses here that this earth may increase in abundance. The earth may provide all the time, both the both the persons here, husband and wife, Miranda and Ferdinand. The earth will always fill their house with crops, immense crops. May their storehouses will fill always with the barn, and it will never be empty. See, this is the blessing of Ceres. She also says that their vineyard will be full of grapes always, plants bending under abundant weight of fruit, and whatever the plant they will just have in their garden, they all will be full of fruits all the time. And when spring will come to them at the latest by the end of harvest time, she also blesses that they should never see the scarcity in their life. That means all the time their life will be prosperous. This was the blessing of Ceres. So this was the presentation of mask, and here see Ferdinand says this is a most majestic vision. See, Ferdinand is surprised at this vision, and harmonious charmingly may I be bold to think these spirits. See, Ferdinand feels the presence of these spirits, and he becomes bold to think that these singers are spirits, and they are there to bless him and his wife, Miranda. Prospero says, spirits which by mine art I have from their confines called to enact my present fancies. This is perhaps Prospero's magical power that Prospero says himself. Okay, but this is completely the magical effect of Prospero, and he says they are spirits whom he has called himself to just celebrate this occasion through his magical power, through his magic. Okay, and it will give shape to his fancies. Ferdinand says, let me live here ever. So rare a wandered father and a wise makes this place paradise. See, Ferdinand he urges that he wants to live on the island forever, because he is very much fascinated with the power of his father-in-law, Prospero. And so he says that this wisdom makes this place a paradise. Whatever the wisdom that Prospero has used, this wisdom has made this island a paradise. See, Juno and Ceres whispers to each other and sends Iris an employment. Iris को भेजते हैं कुछ काम के लिए. Prospero here says, sweet now sends. Juno and Ceres whisper seriously. See, Juno and Ceres, my darling, be quiet. Miranda and Ferdinand are instructed to be quiet because Juno and Ceres were whispering something and there is something else to do. Perhaps something special was going to be done by them, and be mute or else our spell is burned, and keep silence, otherwise the spell will be vanished. Right? See, Iris says, your names called Noides of the withering brooks, with your saged crowns and ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels, and on this green land answer your summons. Juno does command, come, temperate nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love. Be not too late. See, Iris here invites some more nymphs from water. They are from, because he had just addressed them as water maidens, okay, called naiads. Naiads means water maidens of the running streams, okay. See, wandering brooks means where water flows, small river, you can call it a brook, with your garlands of sage. And see, these nymphs are not called empty-handed. They are called with some garlands and ever innocent looks, and very innocent looks on their faces they must have. Leave their crisp storm of water here. Iris says that just to leave them, that crisp water, and to come on this green land, leaving the water, their place. Iris invites them to come on this green land, and just in a response to his call. Why? Because it was the order of Juno. What? To come and help to celebrate. What? The marriage of Ferdinand and Miranda, the union of true love. Okay? So Iris says them not to be late. Nymphs enter. Certain nymphs. You sunburned sicklemen of August weary, come hither from the furrow and be merry. Make holiday, your rich straw hats put on, and these fresh nymphs encounter everyone in country footing. When nymphs appears, Iris says again, yes, they are the sunburnt reapers, tired due to the August heat. See, it was the month of August. How time, place and action has been unified here. See, August month, it is the month of marriage that has been shown here, and he calls that from plough field come some reapers and be happy. Iris invites everyone, every nymph to rejoice the moment, and just says to put off their hats and let everyone to join the young nymphs in a country dance. All other nymphs are also invited to arrange a dance ceremony, as this happens since time immemorial when marriages are arranged. It is the merrier time ever to celebrate dancing, singing, gossiping, celebrating, blessing, and so on. Even today, we arrange band bacha. Our youngsters just do dance. Whether there are a number of dance that has been, you can say, invented in Bharat, Nagin dance and so different types of dance that you have, I think, participated also. So here, again, see, reapers come, properly habited. They join with the nymphs in a graceful dance, towards the end whereof Prospero starts suddenly and speaks, after which, to a strange hollow and confused noise, they heavily vanish. See, suddenly, Prospero recalls his actions, what he has to perform further. Okay. And here Prospero for a while thinks perhaps he has forgotten his main work. And as some noise was coming, these spirits disappear. And see, this is the further part where Prospero says, I had forgot that foul conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates. See, Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo, they were coming, okay, under the plan of Caliban to kill Prospero. Prospero knows everything, and so he has forgotten for a while because he was engaged in this celebration arranged by Juno, Ceres, Iris, and other nymphs and reapers. So he now recalls that these confederates of Caliban were against his life, and the minute of their plot is almost come, and perhaps the time, the moment was just very near. To the spirits, well done, avoid no more. And the spirits कहता है, spirits are just praised by Prospero here. See, Ferdinand said, this is strange. Your father is in some passion that works in strongly. Ferdinand also admires Prospero's this passion. Miranda says, never till this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered. And see what happens here. Because Prospero become panicky for a while to think about Caliban and his confederates, because he had to do the work on there. And since he hears the name of Caliban or the concept or the, you can say, as soon as Caliban comes in Prospero's memory, it makes him, you can say, furious. So Miranda says, never till today, never till this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered. In such a temper mood, Miranda has never seen her father, that he is so greatly affected with anger, and she has never seen him so violent. Prospero says, you do look, my son, in a moved sort, and if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. See, Prospero just cools down the situation by saying that, okay, this is a state of distraction, and he feels that Ferdinand is scared for a while, but he just calms down everyone, even Ferdinand and Miranda both, and said to be cheerful. He says that his rejoice is not over, our revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and are melted into air. Prospero describes about the spirits before Ferdinand, that they were spirits and they are melted into the air, into thin air, and like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers. Cloud-capped towers means this, he's just giving the reference of the sky. The gorgeous palaces, the solemn